Well, let me first say thank you very much for having you here and your interest in Dominica program. As you know, Dominica program has been one that has been on the rise, and we have gotten many great accolades over the years. We're regarded as the best program in the world by the Financial Times of London for the last 2 years in running. Our program has been established for a long while. We're celebrating our 27th year of the program in Dominica. Over the years, we have had applications going through, but for the last 3 or 4 years, really, we have really kicked off and gotten to an area that is enviable in the industry. Last year, for instance, we received about 2,000 applications, and for the 2 years before that, we received between 1,000 and 2,000 applications. So we have been doing very well, and we are pleased with where we are, and we look forward to continuing growing the industry. The majority of applicants for our program come from the Middle East and Southeast Asia. So the Middle East area in general, a lot of people in Dubai and areas around Dubai fit in nicely. We have a large number coming from China, Southeast Asia. We've seen the market increasing in North Africa, and we have some Europeans, some Americans, some South Americans as well. The Indian market is beginning to show signs of improvement. So generally speaking, we come and cover from all over, with the Middle East and China, Southeast Asia being the other large areas for our program. At present, we have about 7 real estate projects that are approved. What we try to do in Dominica is not to approve too many projects. So every project gets a fair chance of succeeding. We started off with about 5 projects. We had Tranquility, we had Kempinski, we had Anichi, Jungle Bay, etc. Last year we had the opening of Jungle Bay, and we also had the opening of Kempinski. So the government approved the Rainforest Tram and one other. So we presently have about 5, but Kempinski, for instance, was sold out last year. So they have sold out. We have Jungle Bay that is opened. They still have some more shares to sell, but they're not sold out yet, but they're well on the way there. So we limit the number of projects to ensure that each project gets a fair amount of investors and a fair chance of succeeding. I think the fact that we process our files in a quick time is an advantage for Dominica. For those interested in real estate, they're impressed with the number of projects we have approved. They're not many, they're very limited. So they know that the projects are going to succeed. If we're doing well, our national numbers are good, and we can only invest in 5 or 6 projects, then the chance of each project succeeding is very high. So the reputation of our program is tremendous. 27 years of an unblemished reputation. The feedback we have been getting from the Financial Times has been very good in helping us and letting investors know that this program is doing solid, and this program has been recognized internationally as a solid one. So I think overall, our history, the few projects, the quality projects, the speed with which our projects are implemented are among the best things that we offer, and the investors are very pleased with those. Of course, not forgetting a time frame for processing applications. That too is very important for the investor. We do about 3 months.
About 3 months?
About 3 months, yes. Yeah, well, we got the reward from the Financial Times of London for 2 years as being the best program in the world, globally, not just in the Caribbean, but globally. So people recognize the importance of the Financial Times, a magazine such as that, giving good kudos to Dominica in comparison with all the other projects in the world. Then I think they have the confidence that we're doing well, and they still pick the outcome of what we're doing. So that encourages more and more people to invest with our program, and that makes us very, very pleased, makes us very proud. It let us feel that we are still doing something good, and just try to improve and do it better. Our rejection rate would be somewhere between 4 and 5%, because we ask our developers and our agents to do their due diligence on the applicants before. And we only give our agents license for 1 year. If you send in too many files that are not good, then you're likely to not have your license renewed in the following year. So our agents are aware of that, so they always do good vetting of their clients. And once they bring clients, generally speaking, those clients are good clients. So we put the onus on our agents to know their customers, and in so doing, they bring us good clients. It has changed over the years. At one point, the government donation was the most popular. The government, in trying to help the real estate to advance, reduced the fees for family members. And now for a family of 4 or 5 real estate, you only pay $35,000 extra. For a family of 7, I think it's just about the same amount. So that has given a real kick to and a real boost to the real estates. So they're doing very well now, and we're pleased with the rate in which they have been completed, the way in which they're able to sell and get investors to invest in their project. So real estate had a fair proportion of it, maybe about 30%. We had housing taken on a fair proportion as well, because we had a main drive for the housing development. The housing can be considered government donation, really. So that has been a substantial amount of our program, trying to do 5,000 calamity-resistant houses for our citizens of Dominica around the country. So that has been very popular as well as the traditional donation that we do for the government, that goes into the government fund. The economic situation in Dominica has been on a very solid footing. Last year, we were forecast to grow at 9.5%. The year before, I think we were the leading economic growth in the world, according to the economists in their forecast for 2018. We were scheduled to have the fastest growth in the world as well. So for 2 years straight, we have had very good economic reviews. Program has been good, projects have been ongoing, and I think we're doing very well. Per capita GDP has been increasing on a steady basis, so we have been doing very well economically, and for that we are proud, and we are humbled that we are able to deliver to the people of Dominica, the people who have been so much in need, particularly after the effects of the storms and disasters that we have had in Dominica over the past few years. I think Dominica is an ideal place for someone looking to move on. Well, you're here in Dominica, you will see the greenery, the lush greenery that we have in Dominica, the simple tranquility in Dominica, the joy of nature, fresh water. I think the quality of life we have here is comparable to anywhere. And I mean, I travel the world, but I will always prefer coming back and living in Dominica. And there are many people who find that themselves. So really and truly, I think Dominica is a good place for people to live, to have your children grow up. You're in tune with nature. You're in tune with everything that's around you. Our health system has been on the upward mobility for a while now. We have just doing the 3rd of the 7th phase of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, providing all the modern facilities that you could have, that you would expect. We're going through a program where we are training over 25 specialists in all different areas to ensure that we have the specialties available at our hospitals in Dominica. All the modern equipment, CT scan, CAT scan, all the modern equipment, we are providing them here in Dominica, because for us, the health of our nation is often said is the wealth of our nation. So we want to ensure that proper healthcare is available to all. For our citizens, if you're below 18 or above 60, you're a citizen of Dominica, then it's free healthcare once it's provided at the National Hospital. So that has been very good. Our education system is also very good. We give free tertiary education up to the Dominica State College, where we will do associate degrees. And then often enough, people go out to study in the US or in Britain to complete their degrees and their master program, and the government give assistance for those. But people apply, they get through, and normally because the grade, the GPA of our students are quite high. A number of the schools in the US try to attract our Dominican students to come there, so they would help raise the average GPA in the schools as well. So there are a number of schools in the US, where I think about 5 of them at present, where Dominicans go in every year, and there are hundreds of Dominicans studying at each of those schools because we helped the schools in the US raise their GPA. And for the schools, that's important for us. It's an avenue to get our students to go out to study and do the things that they want to do. Yeah, there are a few cases where people got citizenship and moved to Dominica. They live here, their children go to school here, they enjoy the peace and tranquility of Dominica and the beauty of nature. So there are a few of those cases. There are not many, but there are a few cases. The main reason for rejection would be, I would say, false information, or if there are grounds for money laundering concerns, we would not want that. If you have a criminal record, we would not want that. So it would be around those areas. Security, money laundering, false information, those would be the areas where you would find we're denying people citizenship. We are just implementing visa rejections, so that's new. So we will be looking at that, but we haven't so far had too much of that issue, so I cannot comment on that at present. Ensure that you are very honest in your application. Do not say things that cannot be proved. If you say you have X amount of assets, show the proof of the assets. Because when we score the file, we score them against a matrix. And if you provide false information, that is grounds for denial. So ensure that you put in things that are correct, things that are accurate, and when you say things about yourself, provide the evidence to show that they're important. Otherwise, every time we score an area, your mark might be going one step down, and if you lose marks in all the areas, you're going to get a low score. Your chance of succeeding is going to be severely worse. So when you apply, ensure that the information that you put is accurate and provide the supporting documents or supporting information for the different areas.
Okay, I see. Okay, great. Thank you so much for the interview.